ho ho!
Damn, this game is cool. As a game developer, I'm legally obligated to remake it. Not like I've got anything better to do.
Are you sure?
Before we even start building anything, we need to understand what's actually going on in this game. Deltarune is an RPG that, in practice, is built around two main elements. A 2D world you walk around in, filled with enemies, locations, and interactions. And turn-based combat, with action menus like fight or act. And that's basically the entire heart of the game. Literally the heart, the soul. Everything revolves around constantly switching between exploration and combat. So now that we understand how this works, we need to decide where to start. Logically, starting with the world makes more sense than starting with combat. And that's exactly what we're going to do. Who do you think I am? First things first, and I really mean first, we need to add icon.svg. And watch this trick. Kris appeared. And they're already walking. Okay, small problem, the world is still completely empty. So we need to add some terrain. Out of all the really amazing locations in this game, I picked Scarlet Forest for one very important reason. It's the simplest tileset I could find. It's still a bit empty, so it's time for the first enemy. One of them really stood out to me as iconic and loved by the fans. Yes, you guessed it, Spa Rudin. Everyone loves him, right? Look at him, just chilling. During an intense testing session, I noticed a small problem. When I walk around, the sprite always renders underneath the player, which looks very wrong. I had no idea how to fix this, so I had to look for a solution. Fortunately, it turns out Godot has this built in. So all it took was clicking one tiny option, and the problem disappeared, without writing a single line of code. I really hope the rest of this recreation will be just as easy. Deltarune also has other characters, so I decided to recreate them as well. After a few many hours of intense coding, we now have a working party system. The entire fun gang is finally together. Everyone follows each other without any weird bugs. And that's probably everything when it comes to the overworld. Wait, I feel like I'm forgetting something. Deltarune has a pretty simple dialogue system. It's mostly made up of character portraits with different emotions, and the text itself. So in theory, it shouldn't be hard to make. And surprisingly, it wasn't. We already have a working dialogue system. I also added sound effects for every letter typed out, as well as support for different text lengths. And, voila! Everything works. We can test it on this very unintentionally chosen NPC. Those were some really wise words. Alright, what do I still need to build? Oh no. Before we program anything, we need to be very clear about what Deltarune's combat system actually consists of. It's all built around 3 states. Choosing an action, basically what the character is going to do. Performing the selected action. Enemy attacks, player has to dodge everything flying at them. This cycle repeats over and over until the enemy is either defeated or spared. At the very start, I had to create a scene where the entire fight even takes place, like a central hub for all the systems. To make it less empty, I immediately added the soul and the box it moves in. The soul works very similarly to the player's movement, just with a different sprite, and instead of sprinting, it moves slower to make dodging attacks easier. At least, that's what it says on this piece of paper. And now we get to the player action selection. Remember when I said this would be simple? It wasn't. It was hell. In the end, I rewrote the entire combat system twice. And honestly, it still kinda works like garbage. But for now, it works, so that's what matters. Check it out now. We can choose an action. The character performs it, the enemy reacts. And actually attacks with random patterns designed by me. You can kill the enemy or spare them. Exactly like in the original game.
Where's the menu? There are only buttons and half of it doesn't work.
I added all sounds to all interactions, and they work exactly like they should. And it's satisfying as hell. Just look at this. Music was just as easy to add as the sounds, so now it's playing both in battles and in the dark world. Alright, what's next? Oh, that's it. Wow, Bip, you really went crazy with this one. So that's everything we made in part 1. We now have a full dark world and a working battle system, with basic actions and a real enemy with attack patterns. Honestly, I think it turned out pretty good. While making this, I realized something. Splitting the video into 2 parts just makes more sense. Otherwise it would take forever to finish and the final video would be insanely long. No more devlog series. From now on, it's going to be one devlog, one complete game that you'll actually be able to play. Okay, this is the only exception. Probably. Part 2 will focus on finishing the battle system and making a custom boss fight. When the series is done, I'll let you play what I created, and maybe even release the source code. So leave a like, subscribe, and hit the bell. And by the way, next video will most likely not be part 2. Okay, bye.